chat. Hello, hello. Hope I'm doing this right. Anybody here? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. There we go. Hey, Peter. Hi, Deb. I wasn't sure if anybody was on or not. Hi, Elizabeth. Good morning, Carol. I'm glad to see you here. Hi, Connie. So the link's working. That's good. I was getting concerned. I don't do this enough on YouTube to know when it's working, when it's not. Hi, Di or D. Hey, Joe. How is everybody this morning? I can't see who all is on. And I'm trying to find it on my phone and it's not cooperating. Good morning to Mom Caregiver and Sterling Chuck, Alaska. So why doesn't it show me that I'm live on YouTube? Good afternoon to some of you. So if any of you are familiar, how come I can't see? Maybe I need to go to my channel. Oh, view channel. There it goes. Okay, it does say live. There we go. 21 people watching. I found it. Hi, Ruth. Oh, hi, Ruth. Good morning, Maryland. All right, guys. So I thought I would do this new thing with YouTube, which I don't do enough on YouTube. I know that. And I know a lot of you who are on YouTube and are not in my Mighty group would love to see me and find out what's going on. There's also a thing with the Mighty group. I do live stream there every morning, in case you didn't know, Monday through Friday, every single morning, 9 a.m. Hi, Becky. And I only have so many hours I can live stream there. It's part of my account, and I'm only allowed certain hours unless I want to pay for more. And I think this month we're going to run really, really close because we've been going over our 45 minutes a day quite often. So here's a chance for me to save some live stream hours on Mighty, get to say hi to all my YouTube fans and my Facebook fans, and hopefully encourage you to come over and check out our Mighty group because we do this every day. We have a really good group of people. We talk about food, we talk about our diets, we talk about what's working for us, what's not working for us. Good morning, Debbie. And we have a great group. We really do. Every morning, 9 a.m. Pacific, about 45 minutes worth. Hope you come and join us. Hi, Lisa. I put all the links down below. Hopefully that shows up. And I thought we'd start off by just making a quick gravy. This is Thanksgiving coming up, so let's make some gravy. For you YouTube fans that didn't know, my cookbook is done, but we're in the proofing stage, and what that means is we got some errors to correct. Thank you, Lisa and Marianne, if you're here, for making those changes for me. I compiled the list, so I have that ready to go for Monday morning. The lady I need to talk to with the printing company won't be back until Monday. So I'm going to send her that list, see what we can do. Once that's approved, all we have to do then is wait for the printing process, which will take about a month. So I'm hoping, I'm crossing my fingers, crossing my toes, hoping I'll get the books shipped here to my home the first week of December. And then I can start shipping them out to you, again, hopefully before Christmas. If you didn't know, it's going to be very similar to this. And I can do a different shot so you can see it a little bit closer. This is an old-fashioned church fundraiser style cookbook. This is not my book. This is a sample. So here's what you can expect. There will be some full color pages. Mine do not look like this. Mine are full color. But here's what the recipes look like. It's mostly text. I'm letting everybody know beforehand. We have 125 recipes. It is going to be spiral bound, just like this one. So this is what you can expect. And again, I'm hoping to have that thing done and shipping to you before Christmas. So if anybody has any questions at all, please feel free to just shout out. And I'm going to make some gravy. If you haven't made this gravy before, it's very simple. You got two main ingredients: whole wheat flour, veggie broth. People ask me all the time, what can I do if I'm gluten-free? If any of you have made this gravy gluten-free, please chime in, comment, let us know what you use. I'm thinking you could probably use brown rice flour. You could probably use oat flour. Experiment and see what works. I can't tell you because I haven't done anything other than the whole wheat flour I have here. Oh, thank you, Marilyn. Yes, it will be spiral for sure. Oh, I have my quarter cup in here. I was looking for it. All right, well, I'm going to start off. Quarter cup whole wheat flour. This is how I measure. I kind of tamp it down in there and then level it off. Quarter cup whole wheat flour. Done. These are all the dry flavorings. These are all the wet flavorings. Again, very simple. Marge says, what's the cost? It's $21.95. It does charge, they do charge tax, depending on where you're at, and there is shipping costs. So it's $21.95 plus tax plus shipping. And it would help, Chuck, if I had my recipe. Duh. I don't need to see myself on YouTube, so I'm going to close that. I'll pull the recipe up. Hi, Mona. We're making my gravy. Thanksgiving gravy. And we're talking about my cookbook. Okay, I got it. Is this gravy in a cookbook? I believe it is, Becky. I believe it is. It's a comfort food classic, so it should be. Lisa, do you remember? I think it is. Lisa helped me do a lot of the editing on the book. There we go. So a teaspoon of onion powder. I'm going to put all the dry ingredients in first. Teaspoon of onion powder. I'll set these over here so I'm done with them. What else? Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. I keep my garlic powder in a mason jar. No Marge, not Amazon, not yet. Oh, I added a teaspoon of garlic powder. That's all right. It'll be fine. I wasn't paying attention. I was reading the comments. It'll be nice to have your recipes in one place. Thank you, Marilyn. Okay. A little black pepper. Actually, I have a half a teaspoon down here. My pepper grinder leaks pepper everywhere, so I keep it in a jar. And there just happens to be pretty close to half a teaspoon right here. Okay. And nutritional yeast. Thank you, Deb. I appreciate that. I tried to make it as affordable as I could. Oh, and thank you, Mona. This is really good gravy. And I need 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. 1. It's so easy too, and quick. There we go. So that's all the dry ingredients. There we go. I'm going to take a whisk. I'm going to mix all this stuff together. Gravy is usually made with a roux, which is some kind of fat, and you add flour until it gets all gummy. We're not going to do that. I'm not using any oil. We're just going to toast the dry ingredients in a pan. No liquid at all. I'm going to put it on low. Apologize for the noise. And you'll know it's ready when you start smelling that toast smell. Thank you, Lisa. It is in the cookbook. All right. Perfect. While we're waiting on that, get all my utensils out. This is low sodium veg broth. I buy a Pacific brand. I used to buy the Imagine brand, and they changed one day and started adding oil. So I don't use oil, and that upset me. So I switched over to Pacific brand. It's oil free and it's really good. Here's a trick. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this or not. I'm going to do it over here. This spigot, if you pour what you would, oh, here we go. This makes sense. The spigot close to the cup, it'll gurgle and splatter everywhere. Turn it the other way so it's farther away up here, and it won't. It's weird how that works. We need 2 cups total. I'm going to start with 1. Oh, I can smell that already, so I'm going to turn that off. Yeah, that's all it takes for this to get toasty. And you'll smell it. It'll smell like toast. It smells good. So I got my 1 cup of broth. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. I'm using tamari. You can use soy sauce. The difference is tamari is gluten-free, soy sauce is not. I always use a little sodium. Tablespoon. 2 tablespoons. There we go. My little whisk. And a little shot of yellow mustard, plain old French's everyday mustard. It says half a teaspoon. I usually just eyeball it. Just a little bit. Just for a little bit of flavor. And the last ingredient, people have asked me about this stuff all the time. It's called Kitchen Bouquet. Every store here in Oregon has it. You gotta look for the A1 sauce, that kind of stuff. The Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, it's right there next to all that. It's just a browning seasoning sauce. I use it to give a little color to the gravy. You don't have to use it if you can't find it. You only need a half a teaspoon. A little goes a long way. Get that in there so we can get all that out. There we go. And a little whisk. I'm going to turn this back on. Thank you, Debbie. Yeah, I hate it when I'm trying to pour my veg broth. And again, you would think the closer to the cup, the better, right? It splashes and gurgles and goes everywhere. If you turn it around so the spigot is up away from the cup, it doesn't do that. Weird, huh? All right, I'm going to turn this back on without making a mess, like I always do. I don't want burnt flour on my thing here. All right. And that's it. That's all there is to it. We're going to add the liquid. I'll add another cup, and we're done. It's just that easy. Marilyn wants to know, does that add flavor or just color? Mostly color, Marilyn. Mostly color. It's a little sweet. I don't know if it says exactly what's in it. Caramel color, vegetable base, water, carrots, celery, cabbage, onion, parsley, turnips, parsnips, 2% or less, spices, salt, sodium. So it's got 5 milligrams of sodium. It says the serving size is 1 teaspoon. I used a half. And it's 10 calories with absolutely no fat at all. For gravies, sauces, soups, and stews. Hope you guys can see that. It's not that expensive either. Put it over here. Liquid smoke tastes like liquid smoke. And no, this doesn't taste anything like that at all. And J.M. Knudsen said my mom always used Kitchen Bouquet with her Sunday roast. I never thought to use it. All right, Marilyn. So now that it's smelling toasty, you don't want to burn this, obviously. Oops. This is the kind of thing, if you lift the pan off, it'll stop. I forgot. You don't want to burn this, obviously, so keep an eye on it. You know, I'm sure, like you, I watch a lot of YouTube, and I see people, other chefs, kitchen cooks like me, doing a little demo like this, and they use a flammable, like camping stove. I'm just wondering, what kind of liquid do they use? Is that gas? Is that some kind of camping gasoline? And they're doing this in their kitchen? This is induction. There's no liquids, there's no gas, there's no nothing. All right, so I'm going to add my liquid. Remember, that's just 1 cup. It looks lumpy. but I'm going to mix that up really good. So here's the part where you get all the lumps out, because nobody likes lumpy gravy. And again, I know by using the whole wheat flour, it won't be lumpy. If you use something else like oat flour, brown rice flour, I can't tell. I've never done it, so I don't know. So I'm pretty aggressive in my stirring. I want to make sure all those lumps are out. Wow. I just looked up and it was all fuzzy. Sorry about that. My camera obviously can't keep up. All right. I'm going to add my other cup. See how nice that pours? And I'm going to make a mess on purpose. If I do it like this, yeah, it's starting to right there at the end. It's starting to gurgle out and splash a little bit. All right. So I'm thinking about doing this every Saturday here on YouTube. What do you guys think? Good idea? Bad idea? The heat is still on, Becky. I turned it back on, yes. Don't fall in here. Gas in a cylinder. All right. So what do you think? You like this kind of thing? You want to have me back next Saturday for another quick demo? We can talk about whatever you want. Again, we do this every morning in my support group. I did put a link below if you like to come check us out. It's $1 a month. It's cheap. And I do have to charge something because it costs me. Diane, great idea. Terry, sounds like a good idea. That'd be great. Okay, we'll make it a weekly Saturday morning thing, or Saturday morning for me, Saturday afternoon for you, some of you. Becky, what level is the heat on? You want it to boil. It'll start to thicken when it starts to boil and simmer. Right now I have it on medium-low. And you'll see it's starting to already. The other nice thing about doing this on YouTube instead of the mighty groups, I don't have to worry about my hours. We can go as long as you want. We can go an hour, hour and a half, whatever you want. I put a link in the description box below with my shop. You can buy the apron, you can buy my mug, my cookbook, obviously, it's all there. I put a link to the Mighty group if you want to come check us out. We'd love to have you. And I put a link to the actual recipe for the gravy. It's just starting to simmer. Trying to separate all my clean from not so clean. There we go. Get all this stuff out of the way. I have some pumpkins. It's the weekend. I need to come up with a recipe for tomorrow. I have no idea what I'm making yet. It could include pumpkins. There's another one right here. You guys have a favorite pumpkin recipe? So I'm going to turn this up, Becky. Okay? It's on medium, Becky. I just want to bring it to a boil. Linda, can you give an estimate how long to toast the spices? Oh, that's right. If you've had COVID, you may not be able to smell it. Not long. If you see it start to turn color, you've gone too far. You shouldn't see it change color. If it's just starting to turn like a deeper brown, the flour, stop right there. Go ahead and add your liquid. If you start off on medium heat, definitely less than 5 minutes. I'm sorry you lost your smell and taste with COVID. Pumpkin and cheese sauce for biscuits. Oh boy. I don't know if I have enough time. Because today is my day I cook whatever it is, and photograph, and edit photos, and start the blog post. And right now I have nothing. So something quick and easy would be better. I like the idea though. People love biscuits. But then I get my friends overseas, over in the UK, and they think my biscuits are a cookie. That's what they call a biscuit. It's like a cookie. We would call it a scone. They call it a biscuit. That's right, Debbie. You did send me some ideas. I saw that. Thank you. Hey, Trishy. Is that Trish, as in the Trish I know Trish? My admin Trish, who I hardly ever see anymore? I'm assuming that's you. Di just made a tofu and pumpkin impossible pie. That sounds really good. Pumpkin dip for apple slices. That sounds good too. Oh, we're boiling, guys. So when you see this, yeah, it's starting to thicken. And just like that, we have gravy. The longer you let this boil, the thicker it'll get. But you can see, I'll get a spoon. I'm going to turn this heat down. So I'm back down to low now, Becky. But you can see when I put a spoon in, yeah, it's pretty thick. Rue says, what do you think of my idea for whole wheat pumpkin pancakes and pear syrup? That looks really good. Some of these recipes, again, are going to take some time for me to get used to. I've never made anything like that before. So it's not something I want to do on the last minute for a recipe. Cook the pumpkin in your Instapot, then puree it in a Vitamix. Very quick to make. Oh, nice. Connie said, my gravy looks prettier than hers. She had the lumps. Oh, wrong Trish. I'm sorry. Well, welcome, Trish. My Facebook admin is named Trish, and I was thinking you were her. Connie said, I didn't have whole wheat flour, so I used white. So I've got this on low heat right now. I might turn it back up just a little bit. I like mine a little bit thicker. And I'm going to use my spoon I just used. We can get a little taste. Make sure everything's all right. What's hot? It is hot. I like pepper in my gravy, so I'm going to add just a little bit more. Other than that, it tastes great. There's no salt needed. The soy sauce or tamari, add all the salt you'll need. Obviously, if you want to add more salt, you can. I don't think it needs any. Did pumpkin cornbread and pumpkin pancakes, something too. So pumpkin puree instead of applesauce and add pumpkin pie spice to the pancakes. Nice. Oh, made a mess. Yeah, so it's on a really low simmer right now. And when you turn the heat off and let it sit, it'll really firm up. It'll get a lot thicker. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn everything off. And as we let this sit, it'll get thicker and thicker. So that's it. Gravy. Easy. Right? You can do this. I'm going to slide this over here. And that would go on your Thanksgiving dressing, your mashed potatoes. A lot of you know I'm from the Midwest. There was a sandwich we used to get in Indiana. They called it a beef Manhattan. What it was is you would take a plate. I don't have any bread down here. But you would take a plate. And you would put your bread, get my head out of the way, your bread on here, pile it up with roast beef, this is back in the day, top it with another piece of bread for a sandwich, cut it corner to corner, separate it, big scoop of mashed potatoes in the middle, and then you would pour this gravy over the whole thing. That's a beef Manhattan. And I've got a recipe for a vegan version. And it's really, really good. I don't use roast beef, obviously, anymore. I like to use frozen veggies. You can get a bag of those veggies, you pop in a microwave for like 4 or 5 minutes, and make a sandwich with those, and then cut it corner to corner, big scoop of mashed potatoes in the middle, cover the whole thing with gravy. Oh, it's really good. You can use seitan, you can use mushrooms, whatever you want. But yeah, this gravy will be on the table for sure at Thanksgiving. Always is. Mashed potatoes, dressing. We don't do tofurkey, sorry. So if this was my normal live stream on Mighty, we would have about 10 minutes left. Do you guys have any questions for me about anything at all? Cookbook, the blog, recipes, personal questions. Now's your chance. Open-faced turkey sandwich. Yeah, it's really similar. I'm looking to see how many people we have on here. I'm kind of curious. There's YouTube. New timeout. I can put people in timeout for different... Okay. Oh, this is for the chat. I see. That would be a good use for a leftover holiday loaf. Oh, my meatloaf. Yeah. Forgot about that. Definitely. Definitely. Did you ever try tofu with liquid smoke? Peter, I've made some taco crumbles out of tofu, and I've added taco spices with liquid smoke and smoked paprika, and it was really, really good. 38 watching. Thank you, mom caregiver. I don't know who's who. I know who you are in my mighty group. I don't know who you are here. Yeah, meatloaf sandwich covered in gravy. That is really good. We were talking somewhere about Thanksgiving leftovers, and for us, it was that same day, like in the evening, we would take everything we had for dinner and pile it on a sandwich and cover it in gravy, and that was our late night snack. Okay, Elizabeth, see you later. See you next Saturday, maybe. Becky said, "How's Rhonda doing?" She's doing good. My wife is Rhonda. She's had blood pressure issues, and we have to watch what she eats pretty carefully. If she eats the wrong food, it definitely goes up. But she's all right. Last night we checked her blood pressure, and diastolic we can usually get down below 80, 79, 78. But her systolic, the top number, we're working on that. It's not horrible. It might be 130, 129, something like that. It's not horrible. Uh, Peter said, I slice it, poke it with a fork, and marinate it in liquid smoke. What are you oh, your tofu. All right. That's an idea. And Trish made my chili the other day. She's still eating the leftovers. I've got some of that chili in my fridge right now, Trish. Yeah, I love it too. Carol likes my tofu taco crumbles. Those are really good. Lots of umami, as Peter said. Right there, the liquid smoke really amps up the umami. Peter says that systolic hypertension is a pesky beast. Yes, it is. It is. We had her down really good where she got off half of her medication, and for some reason it went right back up. And she's eating, believe me, she's eating 100% whole food plant based. She's not doing the impossible burgers or the impossible chicken nuggets or any of that crap. We don't eat processed food. We don't go out to restaurants. She eats a lot of potatoes, a lot of rice noodles, a lot of spinach, a lot of veggies, a lot of fruit. Not that much bread either, not like me. And it's still being very hard to stabilize. And she's also, she exercises a whole lot more than me too. So we're working at it. Anything else? Again, look for the cookbook before Christmas. It's going to be your old-fashioned church fundraiser, spiral bound type of cookbook, mostly text. There will be pictures, 14 pictures to divide the categories, and it'll be much bigger. Mine is a full page, not just this little tiny square in the middle. The link to pre-order is on my website. It's also down below. Pre-order price is $21.95 plus shipping. I've sold quite a few. A lot of people are anxiously awaiting their cookbook, and I'm going to get them to you as quickly as I can. This has all been completely a learning process for me. It's all self-published. I've never done anything like this before. I don't have anybody helping me, no company, no nothing. I have some friends over in my Mighty group that have been helping me with proofreading. A couple of friends in my Facebook group helped me design the covers and the back cover, but that's it. All me. And LB, my wife Rhonda too, come shipping day when we're stuffing envelopes like crazy. Well, this has been fun, guys. I enjoyed this. I think every Saturday on YouTube is a good plan. I'm looking forward to it. And for my mighty folks, I will see you again on Monday. And I'm going to try to come up with a recipe for the weekend. If I can't, I tried all day yesterday to think of something that might be fun, and it's going to take more time than I have. Let's put it that way. I'm really looking at a pumpkin cheesecake. I'd love to make a pumpkin cheesecake. I've never done anything like that before. And from what I've seen on the... Okay, Peter, we'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully we'll see you next week. From everything I've seen online for pumpkin cheesecakes, if you use tofu, which I was planning to do, they all, and by all I mean everybody I looked at, use cashews, and I don't like using cashews. Or they use a commercial vegan brand tofuti cream cheese. And processed foods, I don't want to use that either. So I'll work at it. I'll work at it. Thank you, Marilyn. We'll see you next Saturday. Thanks for coming. We're still going to get by with 45 minutes. That's great. Anybody else have any last minute questions for me? Anything at all? If not, thank you all for coming on our first adventure on YouTube Live. We'll do it again next Saturday for sure, 9 a.m. Pacific. Yes, cheesecake. Last minute thing, keep in mind on November 24th, it's Black Friday. Black Friday. Yes, Connie, I'm going to be on Chef AJ here on YouTube. So I need a recipe for that. It has to be out of the cookbook. And I know you guys don't know what recipes are in the cookbook, so I have to figure that out. But write that down on your calendar. Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. I believe it's at, I'll have to look at the time. I will be on Chef AJ. And I'll put an event. I'll schedule an event so you guys know. We got plenty of time yet. But I'll be doing a little cooking demo like this with Chef AJ. And this will be the second time I've been on her show. And she wrote me an email, actually a text message to my phone, like the day I announced I was making a cookbook. Somebody told her that fast. And she contacted me right away. Maybe the taco crumbles. It's the day after Thanksgiving, so I don't know if people are going to be interested in Thanksgiving type of meals. Maybe I was like thinking of cheesecake, a dessert or something, or I don't know. We'll see. So for my mighty network friends, if you guys have any suggestions on how I can make this better, please, you know how to contact me. Same with the YouTube folks or the Facebook group. You guys know how to reach me at my email, or you can DM me anywhere, Facebook, Messenger, whatever. Let me know. Hi, Carol. 7-layer dip. Oh, that would be good. That's easy. That's very easy and very good. I have to make some cheese sauce. Thank you, Lisa. 9 a.m. for Chef AJ on the 24th. Okay. I know, right? I got to work the details out. So you know me, I don't want to copy anybody. I don't want to even borrow that heavily from anybody. But to me, a lot of the pumpkin cheesecakes I saw were mostly cashews with like a half a cup of pumpkin. I was like, that's a cashew cheesecake with a little flavoring of pumpkin. I want a pumpkin cheesecake. We'll figure it out. And if I can't come up with a recipe today, then tomorrow I'll do a roundup of all my holiday recipes. That's just my favorite 5 or 6 or 7 recipes for the holidays all in one post. And we'll post that. Yeah, 9 a.m. Pacific time. 10 a.m. Mountain, 11 Central, noon Eastern. That is so bizarre. I hear a leaf blower outside my window, and we just had a monsoon pouring of rain this morning. And they think they're going to blow wet leaves around. Crazy. And now I have gravy to eat. So that gravy, I said it was set up. I'll use this, it's clean. It'll get a little skin on it, that's fine. My phone out of the way, it's glaring. Yeah, look how thick that is. The lumps are that skin that formed on top. But it will get even more firm in the refrigerator as it sets up. Yeah, pretty thick stuff. Yum. That's breakfast. I haven't eaten yet. 8 a.m. Alaska time. You're right. I forgot Alaska. All right, guys. I don't have anything else. Thanks for being here. Again, Mighty folks, I'll see you Monday. YouTube, Facebook folks, we do this every day on my Mighty group, 9 a.m. And we talk about all kinds of stuff, the challenges we're doing, the books we're reading. We talk about food, our family members, whatever. If you want to come join us, check it out. And otherwise, I will see you all next Saturday, all right? Take care. Have a great day. Stay dry if you're on the West Coast. It's pretty stormy out here. And I will see you all later. Thanks for coming.